tracks. It's like getting deep in the woods and stuff. It's like right before like a big incline and stuff. And we went on this road called Sawmill Road. And she's like, "Are you sure this is it?" I'm like, "I'm 400% sure. I'm 4,000% sure. This time, you gotta believe me." So we went on this road. She's like, "Oh, I like rocky roads." So we went down it, we're going the dusty road and stuff. It's like dark out. It's been dark out for 4 hours. And we're going down this road. She's like, "Where do these people live?" And I'm like, and he's like, "What are they doing back here?" I'm like, "Well, they're," and like, anyway, I didn't know exactly what went on at that point. And I was like, "Where am I supposed to park?" I'm like, "You're screwed. You're not going to get out of here." So we went across, they said, some guy knocked out, the owner of the place came up from the railroad tracks and he's like, "Who's in here?" And he's not wearing an outfit or anything. And he's not wearing a Halloween costume. And he's got like a little mining lamp on his head, like a flashlight or something. He's like looking in. And he's like, "Oh, who else is there?" And it's like, oh, Howard. And like, it's like, "Oh, great, we can start the party now. So glad you came." I'm like, I left a couple messages with you anyway. And so we drove over, and she's like, "Where am I supposed to?" He said, "Park in the grassy area or something, like the high grass area." What's he talking about? I'm like, "Don't worry about it. You have to keep going back. This is not the grassy area. So get past the cars, go to the left." I'm like, "That's where the grassy area is." So we went past the grassy, into the grassy area, and it's like way past where the tents are and stuff. And like, got back there anyway. It's like there's like a moon like up on the right or something above the grassy area, and there's like the pitch black mountains that are like dark blue behind it with like white clouds or something off the moon or whatever, and all that bullshit. And so, and like off to the other end past like there's like a crappy fire going, like a lot of smoke and stuff. So it's a pretty like funked out like woodsy party with a bunch of fuck ups. And there's like TVs in the area and stuff. And it's like a big junk area for like someone, and like the annoying guy built it like a gigantic like thing off to the side next to the Virgin Mary sculpture that's made out of plaster. It's covered up in weeds and stuff. And like across from that, next to where the junk pile used to be, where they used to throw all kinds of cogs and shit, they put up a renovated like a steel barn or something, a steel shack with like concrete flooring and stuff. Like he's like a master like engineer, and like and then you start painting it, and like that's where the band plays, and like anyway, and then across from it it's like there's like a bunch of twisted trees and stuff, like, and like pretty pitch black, and there's like TVs with like aliens on it, and then you look over to the other side, and there's the alien. It's like hanging on a tree. It's made out of like plastic hefty bags and like some kind of like tennis balls, like covered over in tin foil or something. It looks like some kind of weird alien from like Doctor Who or something. And it's like sitting up and like stuck up in the tree. and then it's on the TV, and everyone's like, "Whoa, man, that's really weird." It's like, "What the fuck?" And like some guy, my old friend, he's like, "Hey Howard, how you doing?" I'm like, "Do you know who I am?" And he's like, "Do you know what this is?" And he's got like red and blue on his face. I'm like, "What is it? Is it France, Italy, or something?" He's like, "No, it's Mexico." And so got away from him, and like went inside, ate. There was like cow's tongue sitting on the table and stuff, and like nobody. I thought, "What the hell is this shit?" And I saw my girlfriend, and like, it was like I was gonna like do something with the cow's tongue. I thought it was like whale cock or something. I didn't know what it was. Like, I don't know. So I gave it to the dog, and the dog started chewing on it outside, like wagging it back and forth and stuff, and everyone's like laughing at the dog. You hear?
Yeah.
So everyone's like, "What the fuck is that shit?" And like it was like, "Oh shit, don't give that to the dog." And so eventually someone else ate it. So they started eating it, the shit. And then like the dog started gnawing on it. Like a couple hours later, someone's chewing on the dog, like this cow's tongue. And like later on, the guy that made the cow's tongue was the guy that built the barn for the shoe show. And like the next day he was painting the barn. I was outside. I had to find a ride home. And before Sean left, Sean's the other roommate. He said, "Why can't you just let it go, man? Why can't you just not, just like let things be?" And it's so fucking annoying. His girlfriend's always bitching and complaining and stuff. Like she's got this rash, and then they feed off each other with these complaints and stuff. And then he just has to fucking start painting this fucking embellishments on this fucking shack, like they build up and stuff. And like he's so fucking annoying. He's like some kind of like a proprietor, like a opportunist or something. And like he's bitching that he has to go up to his girlfriend in Pottsville or something, Pottstown or whatever it's called, like up north, and like in I don't know where it's called, past whatever. And so he had to leave. But before that, anyway, I'm back at like the party.
Yeah.
And like, my girlfriend's there, and she's like bitching, complaining and stuff. When she leaves, she's like doing ESP with her friend and stuff, and she's like, it's like, how's Philadelphia? I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'm like, 'cause I'm gonna get the fuck out of there. I'm like, I'm not even like trying to be nice to her. And she's like, oh, really? Well, what you should do is you can get rid of that apartment in like 2 seconds if you just put on, a sublet or something. I'm like, are you interested in switching? And she's like, oh yeah, I am. And the whole time she was lying. She lied to me for like a half hour. And then she was like doing this ESP thing with her friend, which she always does. It's like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And she's like, yeah, I am. And it's like, and they're like sitting there picking at the food, and they're like, let's get the fuck out of here. And they're like, they leave. And like, so we're sitting in the back, and like, whatever, the party keeps going on, and I do, like, there's all this stuff going on. There's like this thing with like this 20-second rule where people are supposed to be like, they cut off what they're going to say or act or do or communicate 20 seconds early from what they are, because it's Halloween. And like half of them hate each other, and so like they cut them off 20 seconds before they should. Like there's no like cordiality or any kind of communication or anything, so people are just doing whatever the fuck they want. All in these little pockets with these little venues and circus scenes and stuff. And like, so they were explaining, and then afterwards we're like, I'm ready to hitch a ride, like with these guys from this electric light thing out in Portland, like pretty much, the next day. And he's like, yeah, I understand. It's like the 20-second thing. It was like bitching, complaining. It's like I was complaining, and like everyone's like blaming it on me. It's like this guy, the head of the party. Everyone's blaming him because he's an easy target.
Because he's what?
Because he's an easy target.
Yeah.
Because he does like all these wild and crazy things, and he has these bondage magazines and stuff, which are like friendly bondage magazines and stuff like that. And everyone thinks he's a chauvinist pig, and he like gets on the microphone, and he's part of this band that's breaking up or something. And he like gets on. He's like, hey, let's have the kind of part, let's get down to what we really came here for. And he's like sitting down with his like guitar. He's like, let me turn on the fucking guitar. And he comes into the room. And he's like, come on, let's stop this bullshit. Turn off that fucking light. And he's like,
do these kids
what?
Do these kids know the guy that lives here?
No.
They don't know them?
What?
Do they know that kid that you're doing the Halloween thing with?
No.
Okay.
Well, they knew each other. Seth knew him.
Okay.
Yeah, they went to the same school. Yeah, they all come together. It's like you have the Virginia people, we have the Kutztown people.
Gotcha.
The Kutztown people here. Anyway, and so he's like, turn off that light, man. That's like killing the scene. And he's like, turn off that fucking light. And I was like, let's get something going. This is bullshit. Everyone's like fucking around and stuff. And he's like, okay, let's get this going. And he's like, is someone putting in this amplifier? Figure out how to put this amplifier in? He's like, where's the plug? And he's like, and he puts it in. It's like, and he's like, it's got this high-pitched squeal. I'm like, that's good. And he's like, that sounds like hell. And he's like, And I was like, this guy works in an eyeglass place.